Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. And this episode is going to be in the focus of getting prisoners in. So I think before we do that, we will actually try to get our security procedure certification grant done. Then we will have a little bit of money. I do want to focus on getting the hallway around here fixed up. We need to get this bit of wall removed. Demolish wall over here. We need some more lights in here. But let's first focus on here. So hire 10 guards, that's the last thing we will do. Patrols through bureaucracy. Let's do that one. And assign 3 guards to patrol routes. Well, we can work on that. We cannot work on that. Alright, well then change of plans. We are going to place some wall lights. And why do we have different walls? What type of wall is... What wall is this? Oh, it's the reclaimed one instead of the normal brick one. Well, ew. Actually, even this outside. Wait, no. This is correct. This is incorrect. I knew I would be making such mistakes later on. Let's spend some money on replacing it. This is, I think, basically... Oh boy. Let's maybe not spend more money on replacing that. I knew I would make those mistakes. Well, we do have our shells. Actually, maybe we will have our shells in these bricks and then... it's going to be a while. We have this outside wall that needs to be replaced. This is going to be a tricky one to do. So I think for now, actually, we are just ready for... Maybe we need a door here. Well, that makes sense. We anyway need a large jail door on this side. I think we're ready to actually get our prisoners in. So that's our intake, minimum security. We only want minimum. Build to capacity. It's only going to be 18. It's not even going to be a really big payment. But that will do fine for now. Maybe, oh man. I knew I would make mistakes on walls. We are running low on cash. I'm almost tempted to just get a bank loan out. We could. Well, I don't want... I want a bank loan out only when we really need to. So a lot more staff meals. We just have so many of those staff meals. We've got some lights, pool table, TVs. For those who actually go in the common room. We can... A classroom will be over here, so that's not going to work just yet. We can have a laundry here. Forestry. We don't need that just yet. Cleaning cupboards. I want... cleaning cupboard was going to be here. I don't know what to do with this room just yet. We will figure it out. Common room, morgue, we don't need that. Mail room, shop. Dormitory, workshop. We can assign the workshop. Not going to do anything just yet, but we can already assign it. Laundry. Oh, now I want laundry, not library. Although library, one of these probably. Do we want to assign that? No, because I need to replace most of the walls. Oh man. Well, we apparently got our prisoner uniforms delivered now. And there's our intake. There we go. Let's slow this down a little bit, because now we do need more staff. And can we get our patrol routes in? We can. So let's get a blue route here. And then leave one longer and one here. And we will have one over here. And then we just have guards on that one. They will be replaced by dog handlers at some point. But we... that will be our next goal. Grand completion bonus. Nice. Classroom. Going to do that later. any school desks. Do we want a classroom in here? If this is a really big common room? I think we have... No, we focused. We wanted this as a classroom. We wanted it more in the middle. Now let's go for here. Laundry machines. Oh man, again, zoom out. We do have enough space for the larger... what do you call them? The boards. Ironing boards, so that's fine. And let's get a bunch of those. There we go, we've got our first prisoners in. They've got a really boring yard. But for now, I'm okay with that. Reform programs are key. Well, we will work on that. And one thing I forgot is we've got our policy. Well, it's all lockdown, so that's okay. None of them is actually going up. Perfect, our policy is fine. Surprisingly. There we go. And as for grants, because we can take a few more. So, let's see if I can just kind of cheese this out. So you need a cleaning cupboard assigned temporarily. I don't like cheesing out, but it's just so tempting to do. Cleaning cupboard. Then... prison labor. They say 3 kitchen. 3 there and 3 there, and that's... all the things done. Nice. Well, that gets us a bit more money. Money that I initially want to spend on the reclaimed wood wall reconstruction. Not sure if it's the wisest move, but it looks horrible. There we go, some here. This is possibly a bit of a tricky one, so I think... is it a tricky one? It might... nah, there's still a door there. However, let's make sure that we actually have our staff-only areas assigned. Oops. I think this is also staff-only and everything else is shared. That's fine. Now we can most probably more easily get our walls reconstructed. Reclaimed wood wall. This bit. These ones. And this bit over here. Laundry is going to be a staff room. Infirmary will be a shared room. There we go. And walls and doors. The wall is this bit of wall. Alright, so we decided to just keep these as brick. So going to place the things here. We want definitely a metal detector here. There we go. And then as for objects. So there was some logic with how many saws you need and how many presses you need, but let's go for 1 each for now. And then the tables here are, you know, I think 2 of each. That's fine. Yeah, we need a solder press and a thing, so they don't need a carpenter table. We somehow have already space for 1 more, which means did we release 1 prisoner already? Wow. Here we go, prisoner manufacturing facility. Going for that one. Dog handlers. We have not got our kennel just yet. Offending rate to 30%. It's a bit of a tricky one, because you really need to get it to exactly 30. Might be a bit too early that we picked it up, but as soon as it ticks over to the 30, we are done with that. Programs, let's get our Pearl hearing in. How many can we can probably... Wow, we actually can place a schedule so many of them. There we go, no. Also no, and the last one no. Workshop safety and induction. Probably just 1 of them. No equipment, well that's coming up. And we have a lot of people interested in a foundation education program, so the classroom would probably be a bit earlier. Pharmaceutical treatment of drug addiction. It's an expensive one, but we also have quite some money. Alcoholics group therapy needs a common room. Spiritual guidance. Yeah, we need to get our chapel. Where are we going to get our chapel? We wanted laundry over here. Well, this is going to be our chapel now. Flower therapy, no. Conflict resolution. 3 strikes training is also in a classroom. Alright, well. Foundation and brick. How are we going to do this? I think just... Or do we first want to get our cell blocks in? You know what? Let's focus on the cell blocks. You already got a saw detected here. Utilities, electrical. There we go. We know that we will need to get these connected. Something like this. That's fine. And then we have foundation, more. And now make sure that we actually go for our reclaimed wood wall. And this will be... Yep, let's get that done too. There we go, that's quite a lot of building again. I do want to focus on a security room, which I'm going to get here. Another classroom, we want security. Because we will need to get that automated stuff. It's going to take a long time otherwise with building. Let's go a little bit faster. As usual, for security we will need to get our desks and chairs. However, I'm going for a regular chair this time. And then we need to unlock surveillance. We did not do that just yet. Remote access. Armory. And do we need armory for now? Not going for armory just now. Dogs, we need that at some point. Forestry labor and farming, not going for that tax relief. I think that's a good one to go check on as well. There we go. We need some entrances over here. Doors. Our jail doors. I forgot which one which maybe actually need to face these, so let's just go for the default. And then the same over here. Actually, I could have just cloned this. Is that going to be a better idea? That's going to be a better idea. That was not a better idea because we already paid for the foundation. I'm not going to cancel the other ones. Clone this, paste here. Our canteen is also still quite dark. And we might need some more cookers. Let's go for... do we want them in a row? We want them in a row. Fridge. Over here. And one more sink because it fits in nicely. There we go. Got our prisoners coming in. A prisoner, I think. Right now we're completely full. Workshop saw, still waiting on that. So let's get some lights in. For now just here. And then these will be just above the tables. There we go. Let's remove some of the planning. There we go, we don't need a workshop assignment. We know that this is a yard, however sad it is. We have replaced all the walls here. Nice, that actually went smoother than expected. So walls and doors, not doors, we do want walls, reclaimed wood wall. It's not too much, however... Money is starting to look a bit concerning. Let's prioritize this, while including some lights apparently. There you go, look at them just quickly getting things done. And now deployment. We can now assign dog handlers, while we don't have the dogs just yet. This is still getting built, that's okay. What else do we need to do? Classroom. Well, we need some more money for that initially. Manufacturing, so working on the license plate. We've got an infirmary, let's work on that side. We need some lights. And let's just go for a lot of lights. Oops, over here. And here. We need some utilities. Let's get the water flowing. There we go. We are... Oh, we just... No, wait. Oh no, we're not cancelling again. Oh man. Well, this is going to be the most expensive block we've ever built. Because we wanted to flip these over, so... No. No. Yes. Well, there we go. And then over here, this is now actually all built, so we can flip. Yes. And then we say rotate and flip again, and then we place that one over here. I think we still need the water on this side. Yeah, we do. So how do we do that over here? We have our large pipe going... Do we need it to go till here? Yeah, we do. Till there exactly. Still trying to keep an eye on our money. So far so good. There we go. That's going to be a whole lot of things to order in. So I'm thinking of slowly taking a little bit of a bank loan just to get our credit rating up. Our cash flow is slightly positive. And I think we should also get some things. You know, we want to get a library in. Classroom will be down there. So library shelf and sorting desks. So let's get our shelving here. And then we've got some sorting desks. Scooch one up here. That's okay. I think it's fine. We can have a library, then in our shelves will just be quite empty for now. We can see about that later on when we you know, get our flooring in and such. Let's get some doors in. And then for deployment. Is workshop something that we actually need to... prison labor workshop? Oh, we actually... we got 23. That's a lot. 7 prisoners over here. There we go. These cells are going in. Let's have a look at our needs. Recreation. That's expected. Better bowel food. Pretty okay. So that's all fine. I'm once again pleasantly surprised. We've got this going. What's this? This is a cleaning cupboard. I think, yeah. So this will be our chapel. Or are we going to... I think our chapel over here. You can make the other one a staff classroom, something like that. Double door. Objects. We need an altar. Right here. Let's get these facing the right way. And some prayer mats at the bottom over here. Well, look at that. Look at all those people working here. Wow, they've really been bored. This is actually a really large kennel. But, you know... Kennel. Armory will be there. We will have a cleaning cupboard here. And I am going to go to planning and remove this. So let's see, kennel, objects. And actually, since it's such a big space, that's what's the front, what's the back? Difficult to say. Let's hope that this is the right way. Let's space things out a little bit. I'm fully aware that we could have squeezed in a lot more cells, but that was never the goal. The goal was to make this a somewhat spacious. Laundry baskets are unable to unload because our laundry machines are full but don't have the power. Let's prioritize that. Canteen. Still need some lights. We are getting some more prisoners in. We also don't have protective custody, which is okay because it's minimum. Enclosed, we need a door there. Well, we're not really going for a thing, but let's just get one over there. These cells not enclosed. Missing bed. Working on that. The toilets are just not getting copied. That's such an interesting thing. Objects, toilets. Going to be a bit of a difficult time if they... Oh, the toilets are copied over here for now. Toilets are also copied over there. Curious. Alright, let's go for foundation. Guess we can just assign it as brick and get it built till here. This is going to be a staff classroom probably. And let's see, the same over here till here. There we go. Workshop. We need more lights, but that will be done later. Prisoners are bored out of their skull. Alright, well... Foundation. Let's make this brick again. Yeah, we need to make this brick. Let's build this. Requires an entrance. Well, that's fine. Are we going to single doors again? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 4 on each side. This is 2, 4, 6. Yeah, same thing. There we go. There's no foundation built here, so this will just be a strange bit of wall. That's fine. How's our deployment? Staff only over here. Cleaning cupboard for now. This is all... this should be staff only. The rest all is fine. And I do want to get things in our yard. However, we are going to... Are we going to get a... Let's keep our yard as the outside. We will at some point have walls around it anyway. But I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, the yard. Let's go for some bleachers. We will go for some unmanned searchlights. No. We are going for some weight benches. You know what? Let's keep some space in between. So same here. Dumbbell racks. We can place those in between. What else do you want? Tire apparatus. Practice climbing, caters the exercise need. That's fine, we don't really have much to climb over anyway. Come on over there. Fire stacks, access a small wall which prisoners and staff will walk around. No, that's not useful. Couple chest tables. We want, let's see, we want to, yeah, we can go for one more chest table. There we go. And I think that's it for now. We've got one, I think, drug addict. Let's see our programs. Unscheduled, well, reschedule, there we go. 6 in queue, 1 finished. Well, let's get some more medical beds. That's the infirmary here. So I believe that I actually need a medical bed for that. Treatment to drug addiction, working on that. 7 finished, 3 passed. Foundation education program, working on that. We need a... Is it a classroom? We need a... requires a teacher in a classroom. Yep. Alcoholics group therapy was in a common group. Spiritual guidance, we can start that. And farm work safety, not doing that anyway. You know what? Let's open our cleaning cupboard for our prisoners, and let's get them cleaning as well if they want to. Because things are getting dirty, and I am not sure if I want to get things, get more employees for now. There you go, 6 people. Yeah, what's going on here? Still needs to be surrounded. Why is this not... What's up here that still needs to be finished? I'm just going to prioritize it. And I'm also going to get more patrols placed now. Deployment, patrols. One here. One here. And one here. And I'm just going to blend the dog handlers already. I actually just want to have this as one... you know what? I'm going to make this one continuous thing. I think it makes... That's fine. So let's remove one of the guards here. And make this a long patrol. Over here we will need to remove these walls first. And that will be a next thing. But so far we can have some dog handlers. So what do we need? Classroom is basically our first goal. We are getting 6 more prisoners. Because our cell blocks are finally finishing up. General education course. Well, let's see what we can do here. Rooms. A classroom here. And we can go for a common room here. And I think we still have some items anyway for the common room. Although it doesn't say so. You know what, let's go for a couple... There we go, 2 pool tables. And then I think we still even got 2 TVs. Do we need both? Might as well. Maybe they have different interests. Chairs. And there we go. How is our... There we go. That's what. We already completed that grant. That's why we had so much more money. Door control system. I know we still need to work on that. Let's have a look over here. Carpets apprentice program. Governmental security rating. Let's work on that one first. I think we can get that one done before we end this episode. That does have the armed guards thing though. Well, do we have the armory already? Armory not unlocked just yet. That's fine. And a re-offending rate. Oh, but re-offending rate just finished up. Nice. So let's keep these two because of our saving bug. But so far so good. What are they doing? They need more spirituality, literature. No, that should all be fine actually. That's what are our needs? Comfort, bladder, bowel, sleep, food. A bit more. Maybe we need more benches. Luxury, comfort. We could get a shop somewhere maybe. We could make this a shop. Yeah, I think we can. Staff needs. Food, recreation, comfort, they're all working on it, so that seems to be all fine. And, well, let's finish up our classroom before we end this episode. A school desk and some office desks. So let's go for classroom. Office desk. Oh, not again zooming out. Over here, and then school desks. Also nicely spaced out. How many do we need again? 20, so 4. I think we need to get them a little bit closer together. And let's get them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more. There we go. Got the classroom done. 10 prisoners passed the foundation education course. That's going to be a while. We need some more lights, but that's going to be our next episode. So for now, I think we're getting there. We've got our prisoners in. We've got most of the foundation built. Probably finish that in the next episode as well, because we do have some cash for that. And then, now let's see what it brings. So for now, I would like to thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.